Hi, Stan Slapp here with the first in a series of excerpts from the free Tough Times, Tougher Teams white paper. This is the exact tactical plan for your company to deal the best way with these extraordinary circumstances, unique solutions that have achieved proven impact. You can download the complete white paper at slappcompany.com. Since this is the first excerpt, let's talk about where the solution starts. The critical first step to assuring that you will emerge from the problems posed to your company by these tough times. Now, the best way to solve a problem is to identify the real problem that must be solved to get you what you really need. What would that be? Given that we've got a crisis to navigate, let's skip the suspense. The problem that your company must solve starts by answering this question. What is the test that we most need to pass? The right test during these tough times is not how you survive, but how you succeed. How to have your best year ever amidst this crisis. Stay strong and emerge faster and stronger. Not as a predator, but with your principles and purpose intact. Survival versus success marks a critical difference in thinking. If your goal is to survive, you're going to hunker down, stay in your lane, flinch when you should punch, and despair about where you're starting from, causing you to make decisions that will keep you there. If your goal is to succeed, you're going to try new things, inspire necessary confidence in others, and focus on where you want to end up, causing you to make decisions designed to lead you there. Is this lunacy when facing such a trembly business environment and uncertain future? Not if you plan to stick around for it. Concentrate only on your survival and you threaten it. The most effective strategists are steely-eyed pragmatists who are also able to suspend reality as needed to reach a breakthrough plan. This is the mindset required for you to pivot to the real problem that your company must solve in order to succeed. How do we get others to pass the test for us? You can't pass a success test just because you've decided to. 3 groups will decide it for you: your manager culture, your employee culture, and your customer culture. We're not just talking about a bunch of managers, employees, and customers. When these 3 groups of people form relationships with your company, they became cultures and became far more resistant to standard methods of corporate influence. Your company's response to these tough times may be to pursue a strategy of innovation, renovation, or exfoliation, but a successful strategy isn't planned well, it's implemented well. The commitment of your cultures can be measured with every metric you use to manage your business. Anyone who considers culture to be soft stuff is clinically insane. It is the stuff of hardcore business results. If your 3 cultures want something to happen for your company, it's going to happen. If they don't, it won't. Their power to save you and serve you is stunning, including in tough times, especially in tough times. For this to happen, they need to be transformed into protective evangelists for you. There has never been a more important time to understand how a culture really works and how to get yours to really work for you. Culture remains the most overused yet typically least understood concept in business. Culture was Merriam-Webster's word of the year just a few years ago, which means that according to the most popular dictionary in the entire English language, culture was the most newly searched for word in the entire English language. If banana had made word of the year instead, by now any company would understand what a banana is and recognize that it's not going to peel itself just to feed you. So we don't waste time blaming the banana for its shortcomings. Let's start here with an accurate definition. A culture is created whenever a group of people share the same living circumstances, and so band together to share beliefs about the rules of survival and emotional prosperity. For your employee culture, this translates to how do we survive working in this industry, in this company, on this team for you. And then knowing that we're basically going to be okay, How do we get rewarded emotionally and avoid punishment? A culture is not the beliefs about the way things are around here. That's just the currency of your culture. Your culture is a self-protective organism that obsessively collects survival information, attempts to validate it, and then shares it exclusively amongst itself. Because many of the rules of survival and emotional prosperity and the sources of information are different for managers, your managers are a separate culture, distinct from the general employee population. Your customers also have a common dependent relationship with your company, and this has formed them into a culture too. Your customer culture operates the same ways and exists for the same purpose as your manager and employee cultures. A culture exists to protect itself, and so it places a premium on the known and is made anxious by the chronic uncertainty that constitutes these tough times. It is exhausted, it is neurotic, and it is in close contact with its members, even if those members are working from home. A culture's antennae are working constantly, seeking information. Its credibility detectors are nearly infallible. Its perceptions are alarmingly accurate, and its memory is elephantine. A culture can't be bluffed, bribed, or bullied into sustainably believing or doing anything. You can't tell a culture what to believe, nor stop it from existing. But you can take comfort and strength from recognizing that your cultures will give you whatever you want. You just have to give them what they want first. Respecting what they want from you is the difference between their defiance and their compliance. And so it is not the responsibility of your culture to understand your business logic. It's the responsibility of your business to understand your culture's logic. Get this one thing right, and you tap into its extraordinary power to accelerate you through these tough times and to protect you as you go.